Hello, beautiful people. So today we're going to talk about something really simple. Is just so you guys can understand what it is that I do, where I'm coming from, and what the heck is quantum healing expert. What does it have to do with massage, right? I'm finding that there is a disconnection here, so we're going to clear the air for a second. Yeah? Okay. Excuse me. So, August 2023, 2022, I got struck by lightning. Now, I want you guys to put yourself in my shoes for a second, or anybody that you know that got struck by lightning, and what actually happened to them, whether it was good, bad, ugly, or all of it, right? And feel into that for a second. What you used to do and what you think you knew, all of it disappears. All of it. In my case, it woke me up to what I was doing with the body for the past 5 years. So I can no longer apply the same things that I was doing the 5 years before that. So what I understood was I have to figure out what happened to me, right? And in that space, I found that the more that I worked on the human body, the more that I worked on my clients, I was finding out that there was so much more in there. And this is from trial and study. This is not something that I picked up whimsically. This is not something that I said, hey, I'm going to read a book and just apply it here. No, these things came through with clients. And through clients' testimonials and what they experienced and what their feedback was, like I said, whether it was good, bad, or ugly, I had to realize what it is exactly that I was doing here. Because the moment that I put my hands on you, or even just speak over you, or have a conversation with you, or doing something remotely online, whether we're doing a session or we're just having a consultation, I find that the energy shifts so fast. And this is with anyone that you deal with, right? I find that it's so subtly shifted that we don't even catch those subtleties, that all it takes is something simplistic, right? So I told myself, how can I translate this to let my clients know that this is no longer how I'm operating. I'm operating like this, right? Sit in that for a second and ask yourself, what would I do? So I knew I had to move full forward with becoming or naming myself a quantum healing expert. It sounded crazy. Think of a name that you want to give yourself. You want to brand yourself, right? What are you going to call that? That's going to sound like, I am the expert of photography. I am the queen of AI. I am the queen of biohacking. You know, all of these things, right? So these names and labels that we give ourselves puts us in a position of branding, because it all has to do with the psyche and all that other great stuff. We'll talk about that another day. But as of right now, in this moment, to understand that massage is body work and body work is massage. And it is the most beautiful form of therapy that we have today as practitioners. We give in that aspect. And some of us unknowingly take what's in there, but we don't understand the depth. Now we're starting to get to that, but there is so much more in that depth. And it relates to your mental health. It relates to your relationships. It relates to how you operate with how you feel. So it affects your wealth currency. Whatever that is for you, however you identify with it, it has everything to do with self-worth, how you see yourself, how confident you are. All of those things are hijacked in the moment of what keeps you stagnant. And what I found was that the work that I started to do was changing people fast. So now if you're wondering, okay, well, what's going to happen in a session? A session is completely customized to you, right? I created quantum coding massages. I created soul sync sessions. I created the practitioner licensing, where you can learn this type of technique, or you can apply it to what you're doing, because I found that this is not like any other healing modality. What happens is, by removing certain things and replacing them in your nervous system, because I'm able to in there, what I find is that as a consequence, you start to wake up to who you are, your own abilities. Whatever that is, it wakes up inside of you. And whether you're ready to accept that or not, that's the difference between a great session and an meh. It's because of your acceptance and your ability to believe and your ability to receive. And I get a lot of first timers. And I love that, because what that tells me is that people are actually trusting in the field work of what I do to just help guide them to who they are. That's all this work is. I feel like in this mission of life, the reason why I came down the way I came down and how I came this way, and me being little old me, let me take that back, me being who I am and the type of past that I had, I was like, no, there's no way it's going to be me. But then I had to fully accept that, because no matter what I did, and I'm telling you guys like this, no matter what I did, it brought me back to my path of what I'm supposed to do. The path of least resistance. The path of, this is who you are. You need to be doing this, or else everything is going to fail. And I said, okay, so I have a bigger calling here. So now it's time to open up about it. That it's not foo-foo, it's not woo-woo. It's actually something that's everyday life. It's our lifestyle.